After ED attached properties in National Herald case, the question on everybody's mind was whether Enforcement Directorate would be arresting Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi, or whether this is one of those jumlas which the investigating agency always comes out before the parliament session is about to begin. To follow this, when I spoke to some officers, they said now that the properties worth 752 crores have been attached, which includes 670 crores worth immovable properties of AJL, that is the Associated Journal Limited, in Delhi, Mumbai, and Lucknow, and and equity shares worth 90 crores of Young India. Now the agency would be getting 30 days to get the order ratified from the educating authority. 30 days to verify whether whatever ED has done is legally sound, whether they have taken legally sound steps or not. After that is done, they would be getting 6 months, or if after, or 5 months after the original completion, that is from the day one the properties has been attached, 6 months, 180 days to file a charge sheet. And that is why people are asking, if a charge sheet is going to be filed, whether it would be followed by arrest of Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi. For that, you need to understand there are two type of cases which are going on. One is a civil case and one is a criminal case. As far as the civil case is concerned, that was filed by the BJP leader, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy. In that case, 7 accused have been named, which include Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Motilal Vora, Oscar Fernandez, also Suman Dubey and Suman Petroda. The Mr. Subramaniam Swamy approached Patiala House Court saying that there was a complaint he filed in Patiala House Court in which he said that AJL and Young India Limited have cheated the Congress workers, and that is why a case needs to be registered. And since no police agency or no investigating agency are filing any criminal case or a civil case, and that is why he has approached Patiala House. Subsequently, the matter was heard and the court took cognizance of that complaint. And based on that complaint, Enforcement Directorate filed a prosecution case. This was the first time, when a court was approached to file a case. In most of the cases, when Enforcement Directorate files a case, it's a predicated offense, which means initially a probing agency or a prosecuting agency files a case, whether it's CBI, whether it's income tax, any other agency which files a case, and subsequently the money laundering bit is being investigated by the Enforcement Directorate. But in this case, the court was approached, cognizance was taken, and then subsequently the Enforcement Directorate registered a case. Now, what is Associated Journal of India? For that, you need to go back to history. In 1938, Jawaharlal Nehru, the former Prime Minister, and some freedom fighters founded a newspaper which was originally called as Associated Journal Limited. The newspaper shut down in 2008. After that, a loan, it went into a bad debt. So they took a loan from Congress Party in 2008 of 90 crores, which they were never able to revert back. And subsequently, Young India acquired AGL. And 2 years later, that is in 2012, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy approached Patiala House courts. So when I spoke to some lawyers who knew criminal cases, who follow criminal cases rather, they say that under Income Tax Act, no political party is permitted to transact financial business with a third party, which was the case in this case. And that is why this case was entertained by the Patiala House Court. Now this matter is going on. In coming days, obviously, it's going to be debated and discussed and fought over politically. Already, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge and also Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who represents Congress Party in various courts, say that it is all political drama which is being which has been coded by the Bharatiya Janata Party, because they are going to do badly in the forthcoming assembly elections, and to divert attention, this is being planned by them. But interestingly, if you just put up two to two together, 30 days, that time the winter session is also going to go on. That time the ratification is going to come forward. The the appellate authority is going to ratify the attachments done by the enforcement directorate. So obviously there is going to be a lot of hangama in the winter session, when the winter session is going to go on in parliament that time. And also the moot question which everyone is now asking, that whether that time only the enforcement agency, the probe agency, would be following it with the charge sheet, although they would be having 5 more months. But would they be filing a charge sheet there and then? And would they be arresting Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi that time only? That is the big question now, which is on the minds of every political leader or every Congress leader, and is also being discussed within the legal fraternity. But as far as ED is concerned, they are saying that they are moving legally, and legally they are, contesting or following or investigating this case. The civil case is going on in Patiala House Courts, but as far as this criminal case is concerned, they registered the case 2 years back. They summoned Mr. Gandhi, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and also Sonia Gandhi. They wrote their statements in which they accepted that both of them have about 38% shares each in Young India Limited. Now, another question which is also being discussed is what will happen to those properties, which were earlier registered under the name of AJL. So when I spoke to senior officers in Enforcement Directorate, they say that most of these properties, whether they are in Mumbai, Lucknow, or Delhi, or even Chandigarh, they were on lease taken by the Congress party. So earlier, if the rent was going to the Congress party, when the ratification will go ahead, the rent would go to the government of India. The properties would be seized by the government of India. In most of the cases, the ratification done by the probe agencies is ratified by the appellate authority, because they do the due diligence before attaching any kind of property. So those are the basic questions which are being asked in this case. But it would be very interesting to see what will happen in next 30 days, whether the enforcement directorate would be going ahead and filing the charge sheet within the stipulated time, or whether it would keep the matter hanging. So that's it from me today. I would be catching you up next week with another subject. Thank you for watching this. Thank you so much.